What is up, G Spotters? Welcome to another episode of Courtney's G Spot Live on a Monday night, doing what we do, bringing you guys a bit of banter back and forth, a little bit of a community, trying to bring everybody together, get a bit of ideas, a little bit mixing pot. We're trying to build a kind of a, like I said, a community here where we have, conversation with the audience. We want interaction from you. That's why we have this phone number up here. It's a Wi-Fi phone number. It only works when we are on the show. And this is what we've been doing for quite a few episodes now. Hopefully you've been keeping up with us. If not, and this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for clicking on the button. Even though you probably were searching something naughty, ended up here anyway. Stick around. Maybe something funny will happen. Put your thing away. It'll be okay. We can have a good time together without that. Join us. Build a community with us. Figure out what we've been doing. If you've watched the other 30 plus episodes before this, we have a lot of stuff going on, guys. We have a lot of behind the scenes things. So maybe these faces that you see, particularly mine, will be known more in the future. We'll see when we get there. But for now, it's just me and DC in the background. DC, what's up, DC?
What is going on, everybody? I hope you had a great weekend and are having an okay Monday. Today, at least where we were at, the weather was fairly decent.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day actually outside. The wind was a little nipper, but it's nice. It's kind of weird on a February to be so warm, but here we are. It's nice outside.
The groundhog didn't see a shadow, so
is that already happened? Is that already a thing?
That happened on Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Everybody was watching the Super Bowl, so nobody.
Oh yeah, we didn't know DC was actually going to be here tonight because what was that? What was that thing you were upset about? Was there some sort of? I think there was a thing. There was a thing that he was upset about. I'm not quite recalling why he might not have been on the show tonight. Colin, welcome. Would you like to share with us why you think DC might not have been here today? Is there anything? Oh, is that what that is? Is that what happened yesterday? I wasn't paying attention to that in any way, shape, or form. You can't see him right now, but he's not really looking at me. He's kind of essentially has a gun to his head. If this mic were a gun, that's what would be. Yeah. He was ready until that last 7 minutes. I think that's what ruined the whole thing. I was nervous. I was beyond nervous. That scared the dog nuts out of me. But his team can rest easy knowing they have 6 titles. His quarterback has 2 rings himself, and they're going to be okay and potentially could make it next year and do the same thing because they're an amazing team. To have an even better record than the Chiefs and still lose in 7 minutes.
That is the only reason that I can live with myself, Colin, is because the game was at least decent.
Yeah. It was really, that's what we were saying. It couldn't be a blowout on either side. It had to be down, cutthroat, nervous.
Yeah, I knew from the beginning it would probably be a low-scoring game, and the score would be really close. Like there was no way with the caliber of both of these teams that the score wasn't going to be
54 to like 21. Yeah, it wasn't going to be nothing crazy like that.
And yeah, even though they ended up a little bit over us, I think they just got lucky. And
yes, if our quarterback, the Chiefs, insane, would have actually played like he played all season long, it might have been a blowout. And the Niners quarterback was on fire the entire game, and it just our defense is really what held it, because that's what's kind of sealed the deal. A lot of those defensive plays by the Chiefs, because it was really close. It was such a good game.
They did. They played well, I'll say. They didn't make it easy. We definitely didn't make it easy. Like some commenters have said, they did a very good job of wearing our front line out.
Yeah.
And
Mahomes is just an incredible player. He can run the ball.
he was really making us work the defense because, again, Mahomes, an incredible quarterback. He can just read your defense and
then
see what you're doing. And
he
all your
twerks it
tricks.
around and
that first trick play we had that got us a good amount of yards on it, and then they did it again, except the reverse.
With the toss,
I was all like, okay, that's your 2. You can't do that again.
Yeah, you gotta figure this out.
Already figured it out.
Yeah.
You're not. Can't do that again.
That's what he does. He just reads your defense, and then that's what usually happened.
So he's in the background probably analyzing that in his Mahomes brain.
Yeah.
And
his Mahomes brain.
Yeah, his Mahomes brain, and then
that'd be a good
goes up to
can we get my light working?
What is it? Shanahan. Is that coach's name?
Andy Reid.
Yeah. Reid. Sorry.
Shanahan was on 49ers.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You got me all upset now.
Yeah.
Darn Chiefs. Darn those Chiefs.
Did you get that last comment by Colin about 50 Cent?
No, what did he say about 50 Cent?
There was a little word on the end of the after easier than a 50 Cent female companion friend. Apparently, some of these words. Colin, will you hear that episode where we were testing the limits of what we can say on YouTube?
YouTube did not like that.
No, I don't think the moderator was busy that night. Like, is somebody else get in here and push the other red button? We're trying to stay.
We need help. These guys are going for it.
We're trying to stay a little PG-13 just for a few weeks, just to see if our impressions change. That's what we're trying to figure out. This sort of why we aren't getting broadcasted. And obviously, it's got to be the content of what we are saying and the naughty words that are being said by us, even though they're being said all over tons of monetized videos on YouTube. But we're not popular, so we don't count.
I was going to say, I watched Supercar Suspects. That's the name of this YouTube channel.
Supercar Suspects.
I watched his most recent video as of last night, the 2nd of February, 2020. That dude was just dropping F-bombs. Like, if you ever hung out with me in a very recreational status, I drop F-bombs quite frequently. Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
sometimes adult conversations can lead to that. I get it.
Oh my
because
God.
it's such a word that can be very diverse. But
was he for YouTube?
Did he have commercials? Did he have ads?
I don't particularly remember him.
See, that's what we need to figure out. Why, if we're not allowed to curse or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Why are you getting
to ridicule? We can't.
We can.
And actually, right now, I'm trying to pull up a donut operator video where he references those women,
companions.
Yeah, and
friends of the night.
See what he calls them, because he has some funny like phrases for certain things, because you can't really say it in your video or you'll get
so
demonetized.
Essentially what we're finding out is the internet is not as free as it used to be.
God, no.
Because people are sensitive as an invisible tree. Put that in haiku. Everyone is so worried about offending someone. Actually, I don't care so much about offending people as the people that are being offended. They are more concerned about being offended, which that's the part I don't understand. What, man, like the amount of times if I could write down or put a tick on something, like a little mark on that, if I could say I was actually offended in my life, I would be offended. Like, you know what I mean? Those moments that if I was really one of those people that I'd be offended by everything. I could pick out a lot of moments that I was picked on a lot.
Oh, you were just talking about a reference of sorry, I was over here trying.
No, you're fine. You were being offended.
You're just talking about if you were one of those people that was offended by everything.
There'd be those moments you could pick out.
I was gonna say, I was all like, where are you going with this? Because to be super honest, like I don't really get offended by anything. Like,
I don't. But you see those moments throughout your life that like you're like that situation. If I was one of those people, I could be like, oh, I can't believe you just said that. Why? How dare you say that in public?
Oh my
You're
God.
a horrible person. You're going.
Like, the only time I have those moments is in reference to this one time I was outside waving a sign for good old Domino's, and these 4 white gentlemen in I will say Daddy's truck.
I'm sure you are.
And but anyways, so they yelled, "F you, you stupid effing N-word. I bet that's the only job you could get." And I mean, in that situation, and to this day, I'm still mad because,
that seems a little offensive.
A little. I was so offended.
Right?
Like, if I wasn't in a company's uniform, I'd have ran out there and pulled him out of the truck and beat him right there in the middle of the street. Like, the fact that I could not clock out and take my shirt off in 30 seconds was the only thing that saved this man.
Yeah.
But
that kind of ignorance is beyond. See, that's a direct attack on another human being, face-to-face interaction with no walls and no blah blah. You know what I mean? That's a direct shot at somebody. That's not I think you're fat across 4 countries on the internet. You know, that's a whole nother level. That's different than the internet. The internet is
or what did I say about bigger girls the other night? What did I say?
Oh, whatever you said at the very end. That was
whatever
hilarious.
I said at the very end.
All those girls that nobody wants or something.
Oh,
like
yeah. Because something about bigger girls not getting attention. It was very derogatory in the frame that I sent it.
I think he's coming back with apology, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
No, I'm not apologizing.
Okay, see, here we go. I'm not apologizing. Who gives a crap? Nobody likes him anyway. Go ahead.
No, it's very calculated. I mean, I think about everything I say. I would have said that in front of anybody.
Yeah,
but the only reason I was like, oh my God, is because I'm on YouTube and we're trying to stay monetized here. Or get monetized here. But
impressions. Trying to get impressions. I mean, maybe it could lead to that. But again, we need advertisement. Colin, we need your help, bro. We need you to tell your one friend. Do you have a friend besides him that you could tell? Because I've got him as a friend, and I tell him all this stuff. But he's got you, and then you got him, and he's got me. So now I have you. So our circle's not very. It's more of a triangle.
This dude real hard because he was all like the other day. Unfortunately, my car's being stupid, and I need to ride home. Well, his car's not fully legit, so they want to drive at night. We all understand that. Been there, done that. But so he's like, all right. He called somebody, and they showed up, but they were having car troubles then too. And he's like, all right, I'll take you home. And I was like, no, I'll call somebody else. He's like, who are you gonna call? I'm like, my other friends. Like, I understand you only have 1 or 2, but I have 20, okay? I got a list here I can go through before you have to risk yourself for me.
Right.
But he really does have lots of friends. And overall, if you if you really think about it, I mean, you do have lots of friends.
Who, me?
All the girls and
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I have a lot of people. I have quite a handful of people.
When I say girls, he has genuine friends that are girls.
Isn't that weird?
Not just people he's trying to bang and stuff. Just
isn't that weird?
Girls that he enjoys their company
male.
And not for a sexual purpose.
Females that I talk to on a regular basis, and actually some of them come over to my house, and we don't do anything.
They keep our clothes on.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
In fact, I had one friend who years ago used to just come over and sleep. We would never, nothing would ever happen. Nothing, not a thing. She just wanted to sleep next to somebody. Not a thing, not a hand.
I had a friend like that. I don't remember, not like sleep
this company,
with, but way back in high school, this girl would come over to my house for whatever reason. I don't even remember now, but that's how.
Snuggle buddies, like you want to snuggle buddy.
It wasn't even we barely even paid attention to each other. She just came over to my house to be there, to be away from something.
Just whatever environment they were in.
Home life or something. I think she was just being there to be there or something. But yeah, everybody's all like, "Oh, you're dating that chick. She goes over to your house every day." I'm like, no, we barely talk to each other. To be super honest, she's at your house. How can you not talk to her? That's not the point.
I'm not.
Why can't this just be a thing?
I'm not 16 anymore. I don't have to jump up inside everything that comes around me. cabin.
I'm not 16 anymore, but I would like to do that.
Well, not everything.
Not everything, just
Remember
the
those-
interested
Hey,
stuff.
you remember those? Demonetized. Can
This is
you
the
hear?
worst comment ever, but honestly, Walmart might not be a bad stomping ground.
That is a good question, Colin. Who does that? I don't know, but
I don't know.
I don't know. I've had a couple friends like that. It's just I
Hold
really
on.
think mine was she just, again, what you were saying, wanted to get out of that environment.
Yeah, just wanted to be away from wherever she was at then and do whatever she did. I really don't even remember because it's like it wasn't. She was just there. It was barely a thing. And but-
again, don't get me wrong. We're guys. I know both of us would have done whatever they wanted to do, but that's not the thing that happened. So that's not. It's not like I'm going to force it on them.
I happened to meet this girl and know her now, obviously, at this job I used to work at, and she's a really nice girl. She has really big dreams, and I think she's capable of them. But
that a
as of
metaphor?
course, no, this is
Okay.
very serious. But of course, you
Big
know,
dreams, kid.
big dreams cost money. Like we were talking about, like you can invest $1,000 in stocks, but as far as investing in stocks goes, $1,000 might as well be 50 cents.
Yeah, you got to get in there and get a bunch in there and actually put some time into that.
Anyways,
Yes.
I'm really going to put some time into, speaking of which, stuff of the sort, and I would like to be very successful this year. And I told her, you know, jokingly, of course, but half seriously, as this man's going to learn here in a little while. I was like, if I make it this year and I get rich, I was like, I'll give you $10,000. And, you know, typical girl, she's like, yeah, and what do you want? And I was like, you to succeed. Like,
Yeah.
is that a problem? School costs money. I understand that. And if I just happen to make enough to give you $10,000 to help you out because I seem like a cool person.
Yeah, there are several people along my path that I cannot wait.
And she's like, you don't want nothing. I was like, tacos? You want to go have tacos? Like,
Yeah.
something's got to be involved here. We'll go have tacos. I'll give you $10,000 and then you can have a nice life.
Make me a really good like seafood pasta, or because I really love like a shrimp pasta, or maybe even some good barbecue. Oh my gosh!
Something.
Actually, I'll cook. You clean.
There you go.
There you go. I love to cook.
You want to catch? I'll cook us dinner. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
But you got to wash the dishes.
I love to cook. I would love to cook all night long, but I don't like cleaning up the mess. I will cook all day, every day. I'll learn new recipes, teach me things. Colin's going to give you more than tacos.
Oh, I know Colin's going to give you more than tacos. I still owe you a tuk-tuk.
Does YouTube allow that? Apparently.
Yeah, if you rephrase it and not say,
Did you see the thing above the tacos?
I can get, yeah. But, you know, they don't know what that means.
10 gigs? I don't think we're up to
Yeah.
we're at 5G right now, right? We're not
Yeah.
at 10G
Yeah,
yet.
we're not at 10 Gs yet. What are
You need to
talking
calm
about?
down, Colin. We're at 5G.
We're at 5G.
Did you notice we shot up to 6 people really quick, and I think they realized what's going on, and it went back down to 4.
So they're like, we're out.
This is not what they expected. I should have caught them really quick. Anytime you see that go up, let me know because I'm gonna just jump at the screen really quick.
Don't leave. Please.
Come back.
Dear God. I'll show you my G-spot if you want to see it.
Nah, that's what they're looking for, you pervs. What do we got on board?
Okay.
We got a few topics tonight, guys.
So-
We're going to talk about a few things.
Update on the coronavirus. So there are 11 confirmed cases in the United States,
11 confirmed of corona.
and that's spread across Washington, California, Arizona, Illinois, and Massachusetts. And overall, I don't think anybody's died in the United States, but in total, and I don't know how many of these are directly in China itself, but there's 17,200 cases and 360 people have died. So
Yeah. See, that's too many people in China, right? They have how many people? Like 3 billion people in their one country, and there's 6 billion on the planet. Is that real? Am I saying the correct number? Colin, you want to fact check me?
hey,
I know they have a lot, and they're crammed into such a small area.
apparently there was a case of it in Arkansas.
Yeah, that's what Colin's saying.
So
Colin?
Very, very interesting.
Is he coming out? Is he saying he is? Are you the Corona?
Are you the carrier? Did you secretly go to Japan?
What is that? What project? It's like the first one. Like what's the first monkey? Hey, Randy. What's up, Randy?
Hey, Randy's in the chat.
Welcome
Sorry, I
to
didn't
the
see
chat.
you there.
She's in Little Rock?
What?
Are you in Little?
Hey, what are you doing all the way up there?
They tested negative. Oh, they tested negative. Oh, in Little Rock. Okay, I got it. Okay, I put together.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Got it. Their case was in Little Rock, but it tested negative. Again, what is the coronavirus except for just an expanded version of the flu, right? That's kind of what this is.
It's like because it went through animals and then came back.
Tasha, welcome to the club. Speaking of friends, there she is. I've been wondering if she's ever going to make it to this show. Welcome, Tasha. 35 episodes. I don't even know where we're at. We're talking Corona and Corona Light. We're talking how to stay away from.
But there is a
beer.
Corona. There is a Corona Light because, like, the symptoms are various.
Like
it could,
just a little sneeze.
Just be like a little cough, or you could go full flu, or like the other 360 unfortunate souls
that are
not
in China.
make it. Yeah.
So, well, most of them were in China, though, right?
I assume so. Yeah. Nobody's died in the U.S., so it definitely wasn't here. That's what matters.
Love you, Tasha.
Sorry, everybody else across the world. We
Don't
care
get
about
sick.
you too, but yeah, just don't eat strange animals.
Don't go to China
Well,
right now. I mean, go later. Wait till it's done. Wait till the virus settles. Is that a thing?
yeah.
What's the cure? Orange juice? 7-Up? Chicken noodle soup?
They're still working on
Hashtag orange juice for China.
it.
Is that a thing? Colin, where you at with the hashtags?
Is that what we need to do? Is just start airdropping vitamin C in there?
Just douse the whole country with vitamin C. Maybe we'll get some.
Can we just dump Sunny Delight on everybody?
We got some purple stuff. OJ. Hey, Sunny D.
Like a freaking South Park episode or something. It's just like, we're gonna fix you.
Yeah, that's the vaccine. Oh, there's just some Tang.
Just
Oh, you want Tang?
Oh.
Come get Tang. Kill your corona.
Yeah.
See? Hashtag Sunny D. See, you know.
Oh man.
Well, we might have found a cure. Everybody's looking to inject with new hepatitis cures.
Yeah, we gotta create this
viral
aesthetic something to get ahead of this thing. And
OJ.
yeah.
Not the person. The drink.
For sure.
Go vet. No. Go give
the D to China.
Give the D message. Okay. Got it, Colin. Give the D to China. Okay.
Yes.
Hashtag. It makes sense now because thank you for retracting the other one. I was trying to figure out your acronym. So Corona, just be wary, guys.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's killing old people and people with
Speaking of old people,
Chinese blood.
Totally just switch topics here.
Okay, real quick. Switch topics. Go.
Today, locally, seen at a Bitcoin ATM, this very elderly lady was purchasing Bitcoin.
Essentially, this is like watching your grandma skateboard.
This was almost up there with this one time. Hey, YouTube. Most mind-blowing story I've ever seen in my whole life. I don't know if I've told
Thumbs up, like, by the way, subscribe. Tasha, if you're still here, anybody who's new to this thing right here, jump in. So thumbs up, subscribe.
Thumbs up for this story because it's a good one.
Story.
So anyways, I go to a local Harps, just getting gas. I pull up, and there's this really nice crotch rocket parked at the pump across from me. And, I mean, it's decked out. It's got all this sweet stuff on it. And I'm like, man, that's basically a race bike right there, just chilling. So sitting there pumping my gas, and I'm waiting for this person. I looked all around when I was inside paying, didn't see nobody in like a motorcycle outfit carrying a helmet or nothing. So I'm outside pumping my gas. I'm about to leave, and I look over to the door, And here is this grandma. I swear to you, like, will bake you cookies, white-haired grandma.
60s, 70s.
Full leathers, motorcycle helmet under the arm, walks up to the bike, gets on that thing like a freaking 16-year-old that just got his license and tears off down the street.
Oh,
I'm just sitting here, lost. I am lost. I've never been so lost in my life.
See you later, Sonny.
Gone. Like, what?
That's
never
great.
Never in my life.
She goes home, sits on a rocking chair, and knits a scarf.
And then puts it around her neck.
Yeah, just rides on a crotch
race bike, dude.
Oh, wow.
I could not believe it. If she would have rode off in a normal fashion.
Yeah, just a little scoot out the parking lot like she's touching.
No, she got on that thing and was gone in 5 seconds.
That's legit.
Out of sight. I was like, dude, what?
Maybe that was the same grandma at the Bitcoin ATM machine.
No, this lady was a little bit taller.
Oh.
And this was quite a few years ago. Like, maybe she got shorter in her age, but I mean, I don't know. I've never seen such a thing in my life.
That's
I've
awesome.
Never been so
See,
mind-blown.
old people are getting out there and doing things nowadays.
But
you got to get it in while you can, right?
For sure, I guess
she might have went off and bought drugs and went on a roller coaster.
Something. I don't know. I want to know her backstory. Like, why can she ride a crotch rocket like that? Where'd you get that crotch rocket from?
Maybe that's like Danica Patrick's grandma or something.
Right? Like,
my grandson was in NASCAR.
I live for speed.
That's great. Did we lose? Hey, don't go away, viewers. Thank you for coming back. What do we got next on the board? We got topics. We got more topics. Switch topics. Ready to go.
So, oh. Possible cat time. No, he's failing. He's failing.
Oh, my God.
I wish you guys could have seen that. Because
Did they see that? Did you see that?
It was great. No, they missed it. I'm pretty sure. But, so anyways.
What are you doing, bro?
Are we trying to get a kitty segment?
I don't know.
He'll show up again.
Yeah, he'll get up here. Anyway, that's his thing.
So, people are upset. Well, certain people. You can imagine who these Karens are. But halftime yesterday.
Apparently,
they didn't like the way
Tasha is getting huge.
Shaking it.
Shakira, did you watch the halftime show?
No, I did not catch any of the halftime show.
I watched every ounce of that salt shaker. First of all,
were you thoroughly impressed?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Shakira is still Shakira.
Because you know who was mad? All the wives sitting on the couches with their husbands while they're just lost in the TV.
And then what was funnier is when Jennifer Lopez came out on a stripper pole.
Oh, yeah.
She was escorted out, brought onto a stripper pole, and like swirled around the stripper pole. Then half her clothes came off, and then there was more stripper pole.
Yeah, if they weren't already glued to the TV before that, then that happened, and then the wives were pissed.
Yes. Like Shakira was definitely Shakira.
See?
Yeah, for their age, yeah. Like, I don't know how old. Shakira doesn't look any older. She looks exactly the same. That's one of those conspiracies. Like, she actually put on a good show too. That wasn't even the thing. Like, all her backup dancers and the lights. Lopez, good job, J-Lo. You're gorgeous. Shout out. But Shakira.
Hey.
Hashtag Shika.
Hey.
She's 50. I don't care. Shakira's 50. Oh, J-Lo's 50. J-Lo's 50.
There's some really good looking older women celebrities.
Man.
Can we I
want to be a celebrity when I'm old. Like, for real. Hang out with a Shakira?
No, I don't want to be a celebrity.
What?
Like, that's cool and all, but
well, not like George Clooney.
I want to be able to go places and nobody talk to me. Like,
that is true.
Not that I'm an antisocial person. Yeah. If you've ever met me, I'm an extremely social person. But
I want to talk to these people, the people that get involved in this right here. This
you guys are cool.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be one of those people that's like, you can come up and be like, oh, dude, I love the show. Have a nice day. But like, if you catch me in Walmart or Petco, or
if you get too close, I might spray you. I might
look at you funny and say something stupid if you just sit there and stare.
I might just drool, pull my pants down. I don't know.
Whoa,
we're in public.
That's
you better back up.
That's a little much for public there, buddy. What do you
I have under pants on sometimes.
He had to think about it, ladies and gentlemen. That means he's not sure if he has underwear on right now. You just go ahead and hold on to that for the next 28 minutes.
Nobody can see anything below my nipples. We're okay.
Yep. You don't even know if he has pants on.
I could be wearing a dress. I might not have legs for all you people know. I walk around on my nubs.
Oh.
They're my nubs.
My nuts.
Next topic. What do we got? Topic change. Ready, set, go.
So, Derek Naughty.
Derek Naughty.
So, anyways.
DERRICKNNADI.
Mr. Chiefs player.
Mr. Chiefs player. Defense, offense, doesn't matter. He's awesome. Check it out.
Calm down. Anyways. So, wins the Super Bowl. And he's like, oh, yeah, dude, I'm super excited. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go adopt 100 dogs.
Went to Kansas City and adopted 100 dogs.
Now, here's the thing, though. He put up the money for 100 dogs to be adopted. He didn't actually adopt 100 dogs himself. At first, I was like, dude, that's nuts. Like, I don't even care how big your mansion is. 100 dogs is a lot.
He paid for all the dogs to become adopted. And they were
So if you live in Kansas City.
They were gone real quick, though.
Oh, they're already gone.
All the 100 are gone.
Oh, well, of course. These are the dogs that
and then
Derek paid for.
The second step is apparently he paid for like the next group of people to adopt a dog. So like essentially if you're in the Kansas City area, you can go to I'm sure you could look this up and go to one of his shelters he's sponsoring and get a free dog. I would love to do this right now because right after the Super Bowl he did this. You can look it up. DERRICKNNADI # Derek Naughty for dogs or whatever.
For sure. I mean, overall,
it's pretty awesome.
Animals in shelters get neglected, and it's not because...
I mean, we've all seen the Sarah McLachlan commercials. They beat the crap out of those dogs, and then they put them on TV.
No. Yeah, they do. I agree with that. They mistreat those dogs and then put them on TV. But overall, I mean, I don't know how many people usually work in a shelter, but
I'm not saying the shelter people beat the crap out of them. I'm saying the people that beat the crap out of them beat the crap out of them, and then they put them on TV, and then they take them to the shelter.
Right?
Yeah.
But I can't imagine too many shelters have even as many as 20 employees. But, I mean, how many animals do you see at a shelter?
A lot.
Me and my 5-person family was taking care of 4 cats, and that was a little stressful.
That's for sure, Colin.
You have 3 to 5 people taking care of upwards of maybe 50 animals at bigger shelters, like even a smaller shelter where they may only have 20 dogs at a time. Like that's probably because they only have 1 person tending to all those dogs. Please get off my computer. How are they supposed to get tended to? And I mean, that's kind of the thing with the fish stores. Like if you're into fish, you know what?
There's an overwhelming
abundance
of fish.
You know what it's like at the fish stores. Everybody talks about chain stores. They suck. It just sucks. But you know, how many tanks do they have? Like 150 tanks full of all these different kinds of fish. It's impossible to take care of all of them.
So doing this is essentially amazing. If you could, maybe he could sponsor a fish store to adopt fish one of these days, like the Chiefs player, and you could just get everybody
go in and buy
all the fish.
No, here's the deal though.
Everybody that walks in gets free fish.
That's horrible because then nobody takes care of their fish. Like, here's the thing. Okay, if
he loves fish,
I love fish, and let me tell you, if you're one of those people that could seriously go get a betta fish and put it in one of those fancy fish bowls and say, yes, he's happy, you suck. Like a betta fish overall needs at least 5 gallons, and preferably you'd put them in a 10-gallon. And
home for fish.
I'm not all PETA in the house on this. But
wouldn't it be Gita? No, FETA? Fish?
No.
The ethical treatment of fish.
People for the ethical.
PETF?
Whatever. But anyways, like overall, like any animal really that is from the wild, like I don't count cats and dogs, even though they shouldn't just be like locked up in the backyard or anything like that. But they're domesticated animals.
That's the only reason I don't have a dog is because I don't have a yard for the dog to run around. I live in an apartment and I would love for a dog. I can have a cat and I can let him outside and the thing will come back. You have a dog, you let it outside, it just keeps going.
But yeah, so for me, I look at it, especially for fish. Like you've got them in this little box, and I mean that'd be like somebody being like, "Oh, you're really pretty. Let me go home and lock you in my basement." So and even if you've grown up in a basement and that's all you've known,
and we're sorry for those who do that. Hashtag we're sorry for basement dwellers.
So I mean, there's unfortunately cases where people don't understand that there's a whole world outside this basement because that's all they've known is locked in the basement. And if somebody was to take them out of the basement in a tiny box and put them in another basement, that'd just be a different world to them.
Do we need a hashtag free the fish?
No, because I want the fish in my boxes.
Hashtag lock me in your basement. I don't know.
You don't want to be locked in my basement. Anyways, but so yeah, for me, if I got a betta fish personally, I would put him in a 20-gallon long tank by himself, if not with like minimal tank mates. Like that's what a betta fish deserves. And unfortunately, too often they end up in these silly betta tanks that are less than a gallon. If they're lucky, they're like a gallon and a half. But
Colin is on it with these hashtags for you on your fish stories.
Yeah, I know. We need Colin over here.
We got to get to another story. You were on this fish thing forever.
We're starting a fish channel, guys.
Apparently.
Unofficially.
What's the next thing?
If we were starting another channel, we started an RC channel. Anyways. So, anyways, ironically, as awesome as the Super Bowl was, and as happy as the Chiefs are,
and as great as Shakira's little booty shaking was,
this was the lowest attended Super Bowl in history.
Lowest attended Super Bowl. And I think I know why. Because they showed a statistic during the Super Bowl that was kind of crazy. Like early Super Bowls were $15 a ticket. And each one of these tickets were $2,500 on average for a Super Bowl ticket. Like,
again, I'm looking at computers right now because we're trying to get better at this whole YouTube channel stuff. I almost spent $2,000 on a car today, and I was looking at this laptop, and it was it was a desktop. No, it was a laptop, but it had individual addressable RGB keys, and I was like, "Oh man, that's so dope! I need it." It was $2,600. I was like, "Nope, I almost spent that on a car today. There's no way I'm spending that on a laptop. There's no way I'm spending $2,500 just to go watch."
Because you're not going by yourself.
Yeah,
who's going to? And then for your team to lose is the other half.
Hold on, did your message get retracted because you wanted it to be?
He probably misspelled something. He did that earlier.
Oh, okay.
Colin, I'm sure you misspelled something because I usually can see if they get retracted. But yeah, who's got $5,000 or to put, and then that's the hotel, the hotel and the airplane are right down there, and the food when you get there, and the out.
I punched your cat. Now I'm scared.
So you got
oh my god,
he's gonna get him.
Yeah.
So you got
this cat's got
that's what issues. $7-8 for 2 people. Like that's just why. Yeah, your boss. That's great for your boss. Congratulations. I want to be like Mike. But who's got that to just spend on the average person? You know what I mean? So that's why.
No, I said the cat.
And going all the way to Florida.
I don't even.
With those like random hurricanes.
Yeah, let me say. I don't even think I could have put together me and my girls' tax advances and afforded a ticket, let alone make it there.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Now, if we would have bought them at the beginning of the year, which I thought of doing because I had this weird feeling that the Chiefs were going to go. So I should have bought it at the beginning of the year. Would have been a lot cheaper. Would they have been? Are they? I assume they are because you don't know which team's going.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just got to be average.
Mm-hmm.
When do they choose? Like, is there just like a running list of where the next Super Bowl is going to be at? Because
I'm sure it's at the beginning of the year. And I'm sure all the
Do you know how they choose?
Where?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't. That's a good question. Next topic.
Some dude went crazy on a Greyhound bus in California and wounded 5 people and killed 1.
Dude, white shirt. What the hell? What the crap?
Look, you guys, this is what the internet is.
Okay, what tell the story.
Tell the story. Some dude went crazy on a Greyhound bus and shot 5 people and killed 1. What's the story? Don't ride Greyhound.
Hashtag Greyhound murder.
What do you want me to say? Kobe's wife is distraught after his daughter died in plane crash.
Describe this person. Why? Was he mad about this? Was he a Niners fan?
All right, I quit. I'm out. Good night, guys. I don't care anymore.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Greyhounds with an E. Oh yeah. What the hell was that? Cat's going crazy. We should probably let him out the house. Niners Greyhounds shooter. Gray is spelled with E. But you know why? Why? Was he bored?
I don't know.
Did he lose a lot of money?
Maybe they wouldn't stop the bus to smoke. Oh my god!
Did they kill him?
Dude, I thought we were gonna have a riot one time when I was on a bus, Greyhound bus actually, on the way here for the first time. The driver himself was not a smoker, and it was a 3-hour stint, and everybody was getting upset because on a normal bus ride, they stop about every hour and a half or so, maybe an hour if it's a long stint.
Yeah, I've been
just to let you out so you can
take a pee.
Yeah, in a place that's not the bus that's moving.
Yes,
and stuff like that.
I don't know if that's going to be up there, Colin.
It's up there. So yeah, everybody keeps asking him, "Hey, when are we going to stop? When are we going to stop?" And he's like, "We're not stopping." Like, he's basically just anti-cigarette. Like maybe he lost somebody due to cancer or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean.
His wife was murdered by a cigarette.
But yeah, like he was super rude about it too. He's just like, "We're not stopping, so you guys can smoke your nasty cigarettes and disgusting habit, blah blah blah, stuff like that." And yeah, people were he eventually stopped the bus, but yeah, like people were getting upset. I was like, man,
it's on the same level when you deny someone their coffee, like their morning coffee. It's like go to a Starbucks in the morning and or deny somebody a cigarette who needs a cigarette really badly. It's kind of on the same kind of thing. It's just it's that addiction of the brain. It's the chemical. It's nothing more than a chemical that you need. Your body's like, I want that chemical, so we crave chemicals.
But do we really crave chemicals? Like this?
Yeah.
So any smokers in the chat, X
Hashtag
or current, why'd you start smoking? Like,
what was the appeal of smoking?
Usually a social thing, because I tell you what. My very first job was a theme park, and I started the very first week was class field trip, and it just happened to be middle schoolers. And you think schools are bad?
So you were stressed out by middle
8 to 12 schools. Oh, dude, no, seriously. So
I worked at a theme park. I didn't smoke a cigarette.
I ran a ride, and the queue is there, and the kids are sitting on the rails like kids do, and I'm getting in trouble personally by my boss for not saying something. So I say something every once in a while. The boss comes back by and is just like, "Will you please tell them to stay off the rails?"
Boss, you
so eventually, yeah, I have to say, like, and even after the boss goes around to the escorts and parents and is like, "Hey, control your kids, please, or we will shut this whole thing down." I'm still every 5 to 10 seconds. The handrails are not for sitting. Please do not sit on the handrails. The handrails are not for sitting. Please do not sit on the handrails.
I worked at a theme park.
Oh, man. 3.5 hours. I walked into the lunch area, and all I knew is I was going to murder somebody before the end of the day if I had to say, the handrails are not for sitting. Please do not sit on the handrails one more time. And I was all like, I'm either going to quit or kill somebody.
Right.
I was like, what's the verdict here? And I was like, I hear cigarettes make you not want to murder people. I was like, does anybody have a cigarette? Because I'm about to go to jail.
I need to try a lifelong addiction right now before I take out a middle schooler.
Yeah, I mean, kill a kid or smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, I can see the choices there. I can see the choice being B in that situation.
Yeah.
I understand. So
I mean, my God, you have no kid. If you have kids of your own, you know how annoying they get, and
multiply that by 500.
Yeah, 500, and ones you don't care about. Because even if you have a kid, and your kid annoys you, and you love the shit out of him, you get around another annoying little kid, you just can't wait for that kid to leave.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Colin. Tobacco use is not enjoyable.
Believe you me, Colin. The moment. I know I could quit right now, but the moment they create a time machine, I'm going to go back and hit myself. The moment I open my mouth and say, does anybody?
Everybody says, isn't that like the most cliche? Every cigarette. Besides that, there's two things I hear. So I worked at 7 gas stations, not a smoker of tobacco my entire life. This 2 things I've always heard him say. That was one of them. If I could go back, I would stop myself from smoking. The other one is, I can't believe the expensive cigarettes are. I don't want to pay for this. I don't. Then they hand you money. Like, that's 2 things. Oh, besides, hey, can I bum a cigarette? That's the third one. And then they steal your lighter for some reason. Why is that? Well, those are habits I've noticed of cigarette smokers. They're thieves unintentionally.
I was gonna say I will pocket a lighter faster than anybody, and that's just default.
That is the only thing that is socially okay to mooch from another stranger without question.
Oh, I don't know, man. I've had some people get nasty with me because I asked them for a cigarette.
But anything else, you can't walk up to somebody, ask them for a sip of their coffee. You can't say, even borrowing a cell phone sometimes is a little awkward. But if anybody is smoking a cigarette, you can usually.
Honestly, I think the only reason like letting someone use your cell phone is so awkward is just because the amount of personal information.
And that's where it's gotten to anymore. It used to not be that way.
If your cell phone only cost $50 and it had no personal information on it at all, how hard would it be for you to say yes if somebody was like, "Hey, can I use your phone real quick?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, worst case scenario, they steal your phone.
Tobacco,
it's not like you're losing your logins and all your credit information, and maybe
I'll give you a quarter if you
wallet.
Bitcoin wallet. I'll give you a quarter if you give me a cigarette. That's a thing. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting as an outside viewer to watch the as he hits twice the tobacco.
I just happen to have 2 of the same kind of vapes. Because
we don't have to go brand, but
one died, and I was like, "Crap! I don't have time to charge this one. I'll just go buy another one."
He's a tobacco user.
I just happened to.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the story.
It smells like chocolate. I like those.
Oh,
is that mocha or chocolate?
I don't know. They're just. It's supposed to be menthol, but
it smells like mocha. I like the smell. I don't like cigarette smell, but I like the smell of a humidor. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. For like the
tobacco shop, the actual tobacco shop. Which is
probably why the only reason you could like stand me is because I actually just smoke tobacco instead.
But you bleed tobacco. Like when you're not smoking, I can smell it. That's another factor of a non-smoker. It's very potent to a non-smoker because apparently that's like the first thing to go of a smoker is the sense of smell, is to start to deafen or loosen.
Well, and actually, I don't remember the exact amount of time, but it's not that long. I was seeing this thing because me and my girl were talking about it the other day. If you just never showered, it was like eventually your skin would fall off. But
right.
So she looked it up, and it was like a week or something like that. You'd become immune to your own smell, and then you would just not smell yourself, and you just get worse and worse and worse. But you never smell yourself.
That's why gross people don't smell their gross.
Yeah. And you're like, dude, you smell disgusting.
That's why I ask people that walk into my place all the time, does it stink in here? Because I can't smell it. And I want to know if my place stinks because I don't want my place to stink because I live here.
Oh, man. Right now we're using this clumpless, non-clump cat litter. Don't do that if you have a cat. That's fucking stupid. Yeah. I'll drop the F-bomb for that one because it's bad.
Yeah.
When you clean it right now, it just smells like piss. And it doesn't matter if you take the
It's
trash out or
ammonia.
not. Yeah, it just comes
it's
out.
ammonia.
And the whole house just smells like cat piss every time you clean the dang litter. And I mean, we're almost done with this litter. I mean, I bought a big old bag. I wasn't just going to throw it away.
That's why I use Arm & Hammer.
Right,
I'll
yeah.
shout out Arm & Hammer for their like products because those guys have been doing it for years. I don't know too many Arm & Hammer commercials.
That's why nobody comes over to my house right now, Colin. I was just like, I know my house just smells like cat piss. And I don't want people to walk in thinking I just let my cat piss everywhere. In reality, it's the litter box because I went cheap on the cat litter.
And he likes animals, so he always gets a lot of them. He's one of those people that loves animals.
That's why I have so many fish. I have like 7 tanks in my house right now. It's pretty ridiculous.
If he needs a garage.
I do need a garage.
So again, Colin, anybody who's here, half everybody disappeared apparently, but spread the word about the show. We need impressions. We don't have to have constant viewers. We need people to like and subscribe and click on this crap because it's fun. And if you've noticed and you're here involved, we actually pay attention to what you say as much as humanly possible. Now, if it ever gets to the point that's rolling so fast we can't do that, we will apologize. Are you hiding your face very well?
Yep. Oh, I'm so short.
Oh, look at that guy. Look, like I'm gonna draw a smiley face on the back of his head. Do 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 do. Smile. Doot. Little nose. We get some ears on the side. Oh, maybe draw a little hat. Hey, hold still.
Go back out.
He's gonna back out.
Back it out.
He just went live. You guys see that?
Sorry, cat.
Try to do that weird reverse technology stuff and see if you can maybe get his face. Isn't there like a thing you can do with that?
I don't know if there's a thing they can do.
They did that in future movies.
Can you make me show my face?
Yeah. Can you do like a?
I will show my face right now for 1,000 viewers.
1,000 viewers. Get it up there, and he'll show his face
Right now.
right now. Ready? Go. Nobody cares.
Dang.
Okay. Well, we tried. We really put it out there.
Leave a like, subscribe. We got 3 people watching and 2 likes. Something's wrong here.
Well, Colin is one.
I'm one.
And then the YouTube mod. Oh, we lost one.
Oh, I'm not liking this bullshit. I'm out. I'm okay with watching it, but I'm not liking nothing.
YouTube mod. Or maybe
Tell me what to do.
Maybe Colin was like, no, I don't want us to promote you guys. What are you talking about? Why would I ever do that?
Dang.
Now that you pointed that out, I really don't like your show. I'm going to leave.
So easy to offend people.
He came back.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back. Did you bring a friend so you can like?
Maybe he went away to bring friends.
That'd be cool.
Was that what it was? You wouldn't tell everybody about this?
Yep. That's what it is.
See, we just need impressions, guys, because the more impressions, the more people will actually click on it later on and be like, hey, maybe something he said was funny, or maybe something he said was extremely offensive, and I don't know him, but I'm going to ridicule and yell at him and tell him he should stop talking offensively to what he...
You should make fun of women that are overweight. They're doing the best they can.
I don't. Not all the time.
Look, man.
I make fun of everybody. I make fun of myself. I make fun of myself before anybody else.
I will pick on myself way before I pick on somebody else. Matter of fact, if I work at a job, the only time I'll speak up and be like, "What idiot didn't do this or couldn't do that right?"
If it's really over the top.
Yeah. And that's myself. That's the only time I'll say anything at work. Even when I was a manager at Domino's, if somebody messed up, like I'd quietly whisper to them in the corner, like, "Hey, man.
Yeah.
You really messed up that pizza back there, but I didn't want to like my good manager John, man. Oh, I told you the story about the dude that called the lady getting her number off the pizza box. Yeah. Oh man, he walked straight out from talking to that lady and said, "Did you really?" Full employees, Friday night, busy employees and customers everywhere.
Colin did make it into the chat, bro. That's hilarious. That's a pretty funny one.
Did you really get a girl's phone number off a pizza box and text her? And everybody in the restaurant just died. I thought for sure that dude was going to quit, but he came back the next day. So
yeah,
he's got more balls than I do. That's for sure. Because I walked out right then and been like, oh, yep.
I'm the first person to stand in front of a mirror and tell myself how goofy I look. Yeah, Colin, your little joke didn't pop up.
Well,
on the chat.
how do you mute this thing on purpose?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it didn't pop in the chat.
Well, that's interesting though. It's like, again, what is the? I want to see the list of do's and don'ts, and it can't be.
What happened?
I'll tell you well, you can't say the whole.
What happens when we have no sound and we go live? What happens? How do you make the sound come back?
Oh,
Make it go away.
make our sound go away?
Yeah.
Oh, can I mute us?
Are we?
Oh wait, here I can just click this button. There we go.
That's basically what I said at the end of the show. See, that's why we're getting demonetized.
Yeah.
All right, are we back? Anybody?
Everybody can hear us now because I turned the mic back on.
All right. So Colin, yeah, that's basically what I said at the end of a show once, and not that we're monetized or anything.
Yeah, no.
I was
Again,
like,
we're probably.
Oh my God, we're YouTube moderator just red flagged our video for that.
I don't understand this.
See, but my thing about mopeds, Colin, is that I will rock the shit out of a moped.
I love moped. I bought a moped a while back. I had a 150cc.
I've been trying to find a 2-stroke moped. Man.
There's moped shops all around here. We can find you something. If you want a moped,
two strokes aren't.
Dude, you should totally get a moped instead of a car and just fix the car. You got to get a moped.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, let's do that instead.
Like,
you can spend way less than $2,000.
But
way less.
So
anyway,
how about that? Yeah, that worked out for you pretty well, Colin. But
so
I don't know.
You can say ladies, it if you don't put it all in one. Is there any
ladies left in the chat? Does that work in reverse? Like,
Tasha, where'd you go, darling?
If this dude was like butt ugly, I'm telling you, like Hunchback of Notre Dame, but that game was mad dope, would you still mess with him and just not tell your friends? Like,
yeah. Do girls hide ugly dudes?
Yeah, is that a thing? You guys hiding ugly dudes out there? Like,
again,
man, he's so
you can
good,
text or call this. You don't have to tell us in the chat because your name will be revealed. You can text or call. We want to know, is that a thing with girls? Put it in the comments later on. Call us tomorrow. Wait, we'll be back Wednesday. Okay, here's the one issue this week. There's a chance we might not be here Friday, if I'm out of town. I'm supposed to be coming back Friday night. Might be kind of like last minute like last time, but I don't know. Well, I won't know until Friday. So if you see the post, come back and join us.
Colin, did they hide you?
Did they?
We just said, yeah, they would in response to what a woman hide an ugly man. He was like, I've seen it happen. And I asked him if they've done that to him before. Is this personal? Oh, Colin.
Oh, Colin got personalized.
I'm sorry, Colin.
It's okay. He's not offended.
My Niners lost yesterday, so I don't feel bad.
Our group doesn't get offended, remember?
Yeah, we don't.
We are not an offense group.
Matter of fact, you can probably say anything to Mr. Colin because he's part of that group that I showed you that had all those fancy memes about the
white people.
But, yeah, all those jokes. You know, the ones that normal society would be like, lynch those people.
Yeah, sometimes laughter is the best medicine.
Sometimes. But I don't think everything's to be made fun of.
My dad died of cancer. We'll make fun of that.
No, I would have ended the show down.
Well, not recently. It was a long time ago.
My God. But that's...
It wasn't funny, but he was.
Oh, yeah. That's very true. I miss my sister very much. She was hilarious. Like, man, she dropped these one-liners just out of nowhere. She was riding back with me and my mom one day from a family function, and she was going to return later, but we didn't have enough seats in the car, so she had to leave her spouse at my older brother's house. And as we're rolling away, she rolls down her window, and she's like, if we're not back in time, just let her out a few times a day and give her water. And I just died. I was like, where did that even come from? But that's just the type of stuff she'd say. Like, you could be sitting there in a moment and she'd just say the funniest stuff, and you would just die.
Yeah, I get it. My dad was similar. We open up like a VCR or something. You take that piece of styrofoam off the VCR. He looked at it and handed it to me. He goes, you got a phone call. I mean, crap, like, yeah, it's just that kind of stuff, you know, it's that stuff, man. But yeah, that's again, laughter. It's because that's what you share. You share those moments with the people. That's what we want to build here. Again, if you have clicked on this video later on and for some reason you made it all the way to the end, thank you.
Thank you.
Like, subscribe, join us. We go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If
Currently anywhere between the hours of 8:30 and 9:30.
Yeah, we're trying to kind of do life at the same time. Again, we might not be here Friday because I have a real job and I have to go do some crap out of town. But we'll see what happens. We love you, Colin. Thank you for being here, buddy. If anybody else is out there, Tasha, I know you jumped in for a second. Randy, thank you for joining us tonight. YouTube moderator,
thank you.
we know you have to be here to tell us what we can and can't say, but we still appreciate.
Even though you don't actually tell us as much as we ask you and give you all these.
I know you don't really give a crap about us. You make so much money. There's nothing that we say.
Probably gets paid more money than we can even fathom just to sit there and say our video sucks.
Yeah. And at the end, they probably say, okay, this is not going to be monetized, and throw us in the trash or whatever.
Yeah, we just probably,
dust it off
the
to the side.
leftover on the floors.
We love you guys.
All right.
The only you need to be is you.
And don't forget to live it fully every day.
Thank you, Colin. We'll see you Wednesday. Yeah, see you Wednesday, buddy. Peace out, guys.